Hey YouTube, this is Seth McDonald. I am back with another talk video. I have not done a talk video since probably last week when I uploaded one. I uploaded 30 of them, but I was in my car. Another thing is seen somebody had on YouTube armor hoodie. This is an armor hoodie samurai shirt. Very good. Very very unique hoodie. But other than that, I just pretty much saw the design and I really liked it. And I really like the. I'm not really much on hoodies, but since I saw somebody else had one, I thought it was pretty cool. Uh, and I have had so many compliments on every hoodie I get. People say, "Oh, I like your hoodies," and when they're like, "Where did you get them at?" And I said, "Well, people around here they would prefer a hoodie than long sleeves," which I don't really understand that part. But I guess it's because if you don't feel like wearing a jacket, always flip flip the hood over. I guess when you're outside, when you don't feel like wearing a jacket. Um, but I I just never had to understand that why people prefer hoodies over long sleeves. But me, I like both. They both keep me warm, so as long as it matters. It really don't. The thing of it is, uh, I've been doing some things different into my training. I know a lot of people will say, well, "What are you doing different?" Um, I said, "You're doing everything like everybody else is." I said, "You ain't doing nothing different." Well, I said, I might do a different combination that probably nobody else has ever even thought of, or I might do something different into a training session that nobody's ever never does. Um, so it's like it's a win lose situation on that. And people say, "What about form? What is form?" To me, form is nothing. You don't have form into anything you do. Uh, People say, um, a lot of people out there, they say do everything perfect. There is no right way of doing things perfect. Everybody does it their own way, whatever works for them. That's the thing. If we live in a society, everybody being perfect, there ain't. There ain't nobody perfect. I'm sorry. And, we don't live in a perfect world. Everybody does something wrong in everything they do. If they say they're perfect in every way, then they're basically lying and they think they're all that in a bag of chips. And they're not. And to me, I make all kinds of mistakes myself. I don't let it get to me. If I make a mistake, I own up to it. That's how we learn. That's how, if we're honest with one another and to another individual, you get respected because of your honesty. Another thing is, I was talking to chatting with another YouTuber on live. He was he was kind of like, I guess, in a real negative mood. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he was drunk. I don't know his case. Um, but um, I man, he was just being like, I don't know. I guess negative in his live video, and I'm like, why are you being negative? I'm like, you work so hard at everything you do on our videos. And I said, well, why are you being so negative, about what you do on your videos? And I said, what's so negative about life? And he says, well, I've been here, and I've been this, and I've been that, and it was all bad news. And I'm like, so has everybody else. I said, but you don't have to feel sorry for yourself because, make a live stream video about yourself, feeling sorry for yourself and making everybody else feel sorry for you. And you don't. And to me, when people do that, I feel like, they want sympathy. They want sympathy for themselves. They don't want, they want somebody to care for them. They want somebody to feel sorry for them. And, that their life's going downhill. And I told him, I said, man, just think positive, man. Don't give up. He says, man, I'm not a I'm not a positive person. And I said, well, you can be if you just try. I know life can be bullshit. You just gotta learn to try. You gotta learn to try to be positive. And instead of negative, I said, more you're positive about things, more things can turn around for you. That's how I see it. But if you're always negative all the time, and you're always in a bad mood all the time, just don't care anymore. Just have that type of attitude. Me, what I think, it ain't gonna turn around for you. Because when you have that type of attitude on giving up and, not going for that life, and you're always going to find somebody else to blame but yourself. That's the thing. Most people just don't respect is what they have and what they value in life. The thing of it is, like 3 years ago, I had nothing. I had nothing to my name. I had no job. When I first came down here, I maybe had $600. And the only thing that I had on me was jeans and a pair of shirt and an underwear and some shoes and my ID. Now, when you come to think of it, did I cry about it? No. I just accepted the fact on how things happened. Did I whine about it? No. Did I let everybody feel sorry for me? No, I didn't. I explained my story, what the situation was was going on. And that $600 went by real quick in a week's time, and I still didn't have a job. I was still broke. Just only had, and after that, during that week, I went out and bought some clothes with the money I did have, some newer clothes and stuff. Where if I ever got hired on, I would look presentable, so wearing old wore out jeans or old wore out shirts that I used to wear while I work out, while I do things in. So I just thought, well, I'll just buy all new stuff. And I spent that, I bought that, and I bought me a bed to sleep on. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah. Did I complain? No. Then once I got a job, I started saving. For the longest time, yeah, did I had a hard time trusting people? You better bet your ass I did, because the family I did have back then, I thought I trusted them. But apparently I couldn't. I can only trust certain people that I think I know I can trust. And I know they're going to be there for me if I ever need them. Or I know I have only one group of people at my job right now that I know if I ever needed anything, for real, because I helped them out so many times. I know if I ever need anything, I know they would try to help me out. And because to me, I've always been there for them. And on their problems, whatever they had, if they need somebody to talk to about something, I was always there, and they always told me, hey, do not spread this around. And I never did. Whatever they told me about their problems, I kept to myself. I said, that's just how I am. If they don't want nobody else knowing, keep it to yourself. And another thing is, when you're doing something and somebody else is being nosy in your business, this is another thing I hate. And somebody else is being nosy in their business, and trying to figure out what you're doing. That to me is rude. If I wanted you to be in my business, where I come from, you don't get into people's business unless if they invite you in. Say, hey, come over here. I got something to show you. I have one relative that does that to me all the time. And I always have to get on to him for doing that. And I just tell him, I say, why do you do that? He says, well, I just wonder what you're doing. I said, well, it's because I'm on my computer or on my phone. You don't have to wonder what I'm doing. Just go on. Don't worry about what I'm doing. If I wanted you to come over here and see what I'm doing, I would say, hey, come over here. Let me show you what I'm doing. But if I didn't invite you over, don't come over here and say what you doing. That's rude. You don't do that to people. That's a sign of respect. And that's just a certain thing is that no matter what situation is or how, how you, where you live at, it's like people don't want to show respect. They want to get in other people's businesses. They want to, you know, you know, and that's the thing. I try to teach him that, and it's like it just goes out one ear and out the other, like he's a kid or something. Just don't know, just don't do on what he's told, and then I have to get on to him, and then it's like, oh my god, really? It's like, what the things you have in your room or something, you know, and somebody you live with goes in your room and sniffs around, moves stuff around, they don't put it back to where the way it was, and then like 5 minutes later when you get home that evening, somebody's been in your room, the place you're staying at, and then you ask them, who's been in my room, and they say, we haven't been in your room. I'm gonna say, bull crap, somebody's been in my room, in my living quarters. And to me, that's a sign of disrespect. If you go into somebody's living quarters, without their permission, and they say, well, they want me to respect them, follow their rules and listen to them. It's like, and when I say something, it's like it just goes out one ear and out the other. It's like all I gotta say is, what I'm saying is that if it ain't yours, don't touch. If people don't want you to get into their business, don't try to see on what they're doing. Just stay out of it. Because sometimes, I know up in the city, I know some certain areas, up in the cities, that if you got in somebody else's business, sometimes you're able to get shot. Sometimes you're able to get beat up for getting into people's business when you don't need to be in somebody's business. Because a long time ago up in Kansas City, I was walking home one night and I seen uh, 10 guys standing, and they was doing a lot of talking, a lot of exchanging, and they all got in their cars really quick, and one of them rolls out in their window and holds a gun to me, and he says, did you see anything? I'm like, man, I didn't see a thing. He says, I know where you're heading at. And I said, no, but I didn't see a thing. And he said, okay, report this. We'll come for you. And I said, well, I got home that night. It was about, I want to say 1 o'clock in the morning that night from McDonald's up in Kansas City, Elk Grove area. That place was a bad place. Even though it was a good part of town, but it was a bad place up in that area. With all the violence and everything that goes on around there, all the harassment and stuff, I just got tired of it because it was just too much for me. Coming home at 1 o'clock in the middle of the night, walking home, getting harassed and everything. I just got tired of it. And so, pretty much, it's like, here I am where I'm at today, and here I'm going to be until I get my own place. That's my next goal, is to get my own place. I don't know if I'm going to rent a place or if I'm going to buy me a place. I want to buy me a place, but I really don't know yet on what I want to do, because I know if you rent a place, you can't really do much. So it's like, so pretty much, um, that's my two goals there. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Still, I'm still saving up money. I just haven't been able to basically figure out yet what I want to do. Thing of it is, my grandparents wants me to get a place near on their property. I told them, I said, I really don't want to live that close to y'all, and because you guys be so nosy at everything I do. I know that's how you be, and I said I don't want that. Uh, so I don't know yet. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do yet on a living place, but right now things are going good for me. But other than that, stay positive. For the most part, but be respectful about the other people's stuff. Don't get into their business if they don't want you in, unless they bite you in. Don't see on what they're doing on their electronics, unless they say, "Hey, come over here. I want to show you something." And another thing is, and if you go into somebody's room, or in your own place, or somebody's room in your own house, and you want to see if anybody's home, then don't go in there and touch their things. I'm sorry, that's just rude, but it is a sign of respect. Just don't touch things. And besides, you ain't supposed to be in their room anyway when they're gone. That's another thing. That's another thing of a sign of respect. But stay humble, stay kind to one another, train hard, train smart, be yourself, but have a positive attitude. That's the thing that counts. Have a positive attitude, and peace out.